Hi, Miss Amores. How are y'all doing? I am great. And I'm so excited to be filming this. This is crazy. This is the first time you're seeing my face here. I've literally never posted a video just like me talking. This is my first time. And I am a little uncomfortable and shy, but I'm just here to answer your questions. I asked you guys on a community to ask me questions, and you did. So I'm just here to answer. So I have all the questions you guys sent me here, and there are many, many, many. So I don't know if I'll be able to answer all of them, but I'll be trying to do my best. So let's get into it, and I hope you're all doing fine. So let's get into it. Faith Victoria asked me, what plot lines would you like to see explored in Stranger Things 4? Also, congratulations on 100,000. Amazing. You totally deserve all of them. Thank you, Faith Victoria. That means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. And that's a great question, actually. I feel like my favorite thing, something that I would love to see in Stranger Things, is just 11 fighting Brenner. And not fighting, like, Brenner's her biggest drama. Like, it's the biggest drama of her life. She's just terrified of him. She doesn't even look for him because she's too afraid of finding out he's actually alive. That's how afraid she is of him. So I feel like for her to be truly happy in life, she needs to fight her own memories and her traumas and her baggage. She is a girl with, because you see, like, she can fight the Mind Flayer, the Demogorgon, but she can't fight Brenner because he stole her life completely. So I feel like I would just love to see her trying to get over all of that baggage and maybe just fighting him, and she truly needs that. And thank you so much for asking me that. Who's your favorite and least favorite character if you have someone in the show? Lily. Many people asked me that. Many people. My favorite character from Stranger Things is definitely Steve. He's like my favorite character. I don't know, he's not even like a main character, but I just love him. I think he's so interesting and so cute. And who else? And then Max, probably. And then I'm between Joyce, like my three favorites. I'm between like Joyce and Hopper. They're both super well written characters. They're just so good. So probably one of them. And my least favorite, probably Brenner, and then Billy. I like Billy. I know, he saved 11, etc., but kind of like he was a dick before anything. Like, he's come from a really hard background, etc., but I know many people who also did, and they weren't fucking racist. So I feel like that's not an excuse. He was not a good person. He never was. So even though he did something good, that doesn't explain like everything. So probably him. And what other shows did you watch and enjoy? Great question. I feel like first, let's separate it that way. Comedy shows, I'm sorry about my hair keeps falling on my face. Comedy shows, I really like Friends, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Broad City, Everybody Hates Chris. There's, what else? I'm trying to remember. I can't think of anything now. There's just so much pressure on me. There's Big Mouth, there's Rick and Morty, there's Disney's Gentleman. I guess that's how you say it in English. I don't know. And shows, like, in general, my favorite show ever will probably be Euphoria. Just like such a good show. It's just so well written, so well directed, so well edited, so well cast. It's just so good. Everything about the show is just incredible. And then probably Most Beautiful Thing is also a really good show, and it's a Brazilian show. It's on Netflix, and also Invisible City, which is also Netflix. It's getting really successful. And I don't know, Sex Education. There's Lucifer. There's And With an E. There's so many good shows. I just can't think of The Walking Dead. I absolutely love The Walking Dead. The End of the Fucking World is really good. Everything Sucks. One Day at a Time, which is also a comedy show, and it's just so incredible because it represents many communities that aren't usually represented, such as like the LGBT community, the Latin community. There are two strong female characters in the lead of the show, so it's just really good. And I guess that's it. I would recommend all of them. They're all really great. Do you read? If you do, do you have a favorite book? I'm looking forward to see your answers. Thank you, Lily, so much for all of your questions. They're all really creative. My favorite books are probably, I really like George Orwell. I like more like a fiction, political books. So I'm really into George Orwell because he's like this incredible writer, like so good. He has this book 1984, which is great. And then there's also Animal Farm, which is also from him, that I love. There's Sophie Coleridge. She writes poetry, and I love her poetry. She's just an incredible writer too. I have 3 of her books. I really like The Red Queen. Is also really good. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Oh my god, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. It's an incredible book. I like reading about stuff that aren't usually talked about, you know. Do you get my point? Many people be asking me when's Stranger Things 4 coming out, and I have no idea. Like, why would I know? Please, guys, I'm not on Stranger Things. I have nothing to do with the show. I only edit the show. But I have no idea. I have literally no idea. Something you've learned from your past relationships. Okay, something I've learned from life, like, just, like, from past relationships. Not only, like, relationships, but also, like, friendships and stuff. Is that there's this quote that I really love. Love doesn't have to be eternal. It needs to be real while it lasts. And I feel like that's, like, so accurate. Like, come on, if you're in a relationship that didn't work out, you can't just look back and be like, oh my god, I hate that person, that was like years wasted. No, just like look at it and try to think about the moments you had fun, you know, and that you were happy. I know it didn't lead to something else, but you were happy at least. So try to think about that. Like, don't think about the future, don't think about the past. Live the present. That's the best advice I can give you, and that's something I've learned from life and from every relationship I've ever had, because, you know, you're not keeping the same people in your life forever. Like, maybe you are, but most know some people from your school, and then you go to college and you know many other people, then you have a job, and then you find many other people, and then kind of like it all changes. Are you in love with Mike or Will Enser in the real life and in the movie Pika Pihos? I don't know how to spell your username. But now I'm not in love with any of them, thank god, because that's really sad to fall in love with characters. And I know many of you are crying right now because I know all of you are in love with characters. But you know, I'm not in love with. If you had to pick one cast member to meet, which one would it be? Kate to Kitty. Many people ask me that in many different ways, but I don't have a preference, like, oh, and also you didn't specify the cast, but since I am Stranger Things is the show that I added the most, I presume you were talking about the Stranger Things cast, but I don't actually have a preference, but I feel like maybe, like, any of them, but, like, oh, okay, I have to choose one. I feel like I would say probably Finn. Because, like, I follow him on Instagram. He doesn't even post that much, but sometimes I just see some stuff, like, related to him on my timeline. Like, the other day I saw a video of him talking to Finn's on Famio, I guess that was it, and then I watched the video. And people were, like, asking questions, and I found some of his answers super interesting. So I feel like we'd have a good conversation, but I really don't have a preference. Like, I'm really chill with that. Sofia Gomes, qual é o seu verdadeiro nome, de onde você é, qual a sua comida favorita e qual o seu personagem preferido em Stranger Things? Meu nome? Que mistério. Meu nome é Luana, esse é o meu nome. Mas quase ninguém me chama de Luana, as pessoas me chamam de, sei lá, Lu, Luli, Lui, Lua. Tem tudo quanto é apelido pra mim, mas Luana mesmo as pessoas não me chamam muito. Sinta-se confortável pra me chamar como você preferir. De onde você é? Eu sou de São Paulo, da cidade de São Paulo, no estado de São Paulo. Qual é a minha comida preferida? Minha comida preferida provavelmente acho que nhoque ou pizza. Nhoque é uma comida que eu não como com tanta frequência, então talvez. Pizza eu como de sábado. Então, sou curiosa, eu como pizza sábado. Então eu acho que nhoque. Night Start. Oh my god, congratulations on 100,000. I'm so proud of you. Deserve it, queen. Stop. Girl. Stop. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me, okay? It means a lot. Are you Brazilian? Você é brasileira? Mirella. Sim, eu sou latina, eu sou brasileira, moro no Brasil, nasci no Brasil, fui criada no Brasil. Então, é isso. Arthur Vinícius, você é fluente em inglês mesmo? Então, Arthur, não, eu não sou fluente em inglês, eu não me considero fluente em inglês. Eu também, mesmo que eu fosse, eu não falaria que eu sou. Why did you want to start a YouTube channel? Iris, Iris, I don't know. Love your name, by the way. That's like one of my favorite names ever. Well, I actually have no idea why I started a YouTube channel. Like, I have no idea. It just kind of like happened to me. I created this email, so I started posting, and eventually people started watching me. That's quite crazy, isn't it? So I have no idea how I actually started. It's not like, oh, I'm starting a YouTube channel now and I'm doing that, I'm doing this. No, it just kind of like happened to me. It just happened, I swear to God. Favorite conspiracy theory? Well, I feel like it might laugh at me right now, but Michael Jackson was probably alive. Like, we all know. Like, no, not probably, I'm pretty sure he is. Like, he's clearly alive. And so that's kind of like a conspiracy theory, since it's not proven at all. But that's just something I like to keep in mind, that he's alive. I don't buy this story. He died. He didn't. Bitch, come on. I love conspiracy theories. I love talking about this, I swear. Quais são os aplicativos que você usa para editar os seus vídeos e capa do vídeo? Pergunta muito interessante, porque muita gente me pergunta isso. Tem gente que me manda e-mail perguntando isso. E pra editar os meus vídeos eu uso o iMovie, porque eu edito no iMac. No iMac eu odeio falar que eu edito no iMac, porque todo mundo fica, iMac. Mas eu edito no iMac. E é o aplicativo que tem lá. E, assim, hoje em dia eu sei usar ele bem. Enfim, você entendeu? Mas ele não tem muitos recursos, ele não é tão completo. Então, se você quer começar a editar, eu te recomendaria ou Final... Se você tem recursos, né? Eu te recomendaria ou Final Cut Pro ou Sony Vegas. Ambos não podem ser instalados em Apple, se eu não me engano. Tenho certeza que não pode. E acho que ambos são pagos, mas você pode, né, dar uma craqueada ali, fazer aquela hackeada e usar de graça. Mas assim, você tem que tomar muito cuidado pra não pegar vírus. E se você pegar, a culpa não é minha, tá? Eu tô te falando. E coisa eu uso pra capa do vídeo. Pra capa dos meus vídeos, eu uso o PixArt pra fazer a montagem da foto, eu uso o Remini pra aumentar a qualidade, eu uso Fonto pra colocar fonte, e às vezes eu uso o Polar pra colocar um filtro, mas não é em qualquer coisa que eu coloco o filtro, não. É meio, tipo, só se, sei lá, eu acho que dá pra colocar dependendo da luz da foto. Tem alguém aqui no canal que você se inspira? Sim, tem vários canais, na verdade. Eu comecei por ver outros canais que me influenciaram muito. Eu não vou lembrar os nomes agora, mas eu gostava muito do canal de uma garota chamada Ellie Hills. Acho que eu nem... Nossa, agora... É verdade. Nossa, como que eu lembrei disso? Realmente não sei como é que eu lembrei disso. Eu tirei lá do fundo da minha cabeça. E ela fazia vídeo, tipo, do Obvious Skills. Eu achava muito da hora. Eu achava muito legal, juro. Então, ela definitivamente foi, tipo, minha primeira influência isso. Porque foi lá pra 2016, até antes, 2015. Minha irmã, que fazia umas edições também, eu também meio que aprendi que ela não me ensinou nada, né? Não me ensinou nada. Mas eu, enfim, via ela editando e eu achava interessante. Bem, tem vários outros, mas é que eu não vou lembrar os nomes. Qual é o seu maior sonho? Meu maior sonho, acho que é meio clichê. Na verdade, tem vários sonhos, mas acho que um sonho, assim, acho que provavelmente ser bem sucedida fazendo o que eu gosto de fazer, né? Eu espero chegar lá, eu tô estudando pra isso, né? Pelo amor de Deus. Quero muito trabalhar com produção, quero muito trabalhar com direção, essas coisas que tem relacionado a isso. Eu meio que já tô nesse meio, né? Trabalhando como produtora de conteúdo, mas eu acho isso muito interessante, sempre me apaixonei por isso, tudo tem a ver com teatro e animação e, nossa, tudo que tem a ver com isso. Eu me encanto, acho encantador. Não vou entrar em detalhes, né, gente? Porque eu acho que é muita autossabotagem falar sobre seus próprios sonhos. E qual a minha meta pro final do ano? A minha meta pro final do ano é chegar até o fim do ano. Now the world don't move to the beat of just one. Eu acho que é uma ótima meta, né? Que estamos vivendo uma pandemia, então acho que pra eu chegar até o final do ano, gata, já estourei no norte. Provavelmente, nossa, é real, essa é a minha meta, chegar até o final do ano. Com saúde, minha família também, todo mundo ao meu redor, todos com saúde. Amém. E provavelmente, por que eu puxei o inglês aqui do nada? No início do ano, todo dia 1, primeiro dia do ano, eu faço várias metinhas, eu escrevo, fecho no caderno e nunca mais olho, tipo, e olho no próximo dia 1, tipo, um ano depois. O que é meio errado, né? Porque daí eu esqueço das metas, eu não fico olhando no dia a dia. Mas eu espero, então, acho que minha meta é ter concluído grande parte das metinhas que eu escrevi no início do ano. Espero ter sido notada. Você foi, meu amor, e criativo nas perguntas. Você foi também. Sou sua maior fã. Bora! Eu que sou sua maior fã. Gente, eu fico sem graça. Vocês não podem fazer isso comigo. Parabéns pelo 100 mil. Você merece. A fofa. Muito obrigada. How do you get the SD clips? Do you screen record? That is a really interesting question. Many people ask me that, like, I swear to God. And the thing you're gonna do, you search on YouTube, like, Stranger Things, the first thing that came into my mind. You'd be like, oh, Stranger Things, like, Logoless Season 3. And then you get in a video that's going to have a link to the app called Mega. It's a safe app. It's the only one I know that's safe, so that's why I'm recommending this one, because I know it's actually safe. Then you create like an account like real quick, like just put your email and a password, and then you have it, and then you just download it. And it's really, really simple. I swear to God, it's really, really simple. What video did you most love to make, and what do you plan to do soon on the channel? Congrats. Thank you, Emily. Jamily, thank you so much. By the way, you're beautiful. And the videos that I love to make, that I, like you said, I love just editing 3 boots, because it's just so challenging for me, and that's like, because it's challenging, it's just so exciting, so I love it. What are I planning to do soon on the channel? Well, I can't tell you that. You nasty. Can't tell you that, but I can say that I am really organized when it comes to my channel. I can be a really messy person, but I'm really organized with my channel, because I'm a really anxious person. So I have a planner, where I write everything I have to do, and I'm planning many cool things, and I'm planning many cool different things. I just can't give you that piece of information. It's just so, I'm so serious. What is your favorite song? Butterfly Raquel, baby, you got me there. I really don't know. I feel like I have many different favorite, like, at the moment, I'm like a moment person, so at the moment, I also don't know. Now the world don't know. I really like anything that's from The Weeknd, Ariana Grande, and Mac DeMarco. I would just love it. I really love indie rock, so I really love bands like, I love Arctic Monkeys, I really love, I'm forgetting about The Neighborhood, Twin Peaks, Pop, Guns N' Roses, Nirvana, Journey, Whitesnake. There's so many incredible bands that I love. I love rock and indie rock mostly, but I also love pop and trap. I don't know, I'm getting nervous. Also I really like Luna Vacation, which is a really underrated band, like nobody knows. I talk to people about this band and people are like, who the fuck is Luna Vacation? I'm like, you don't know them. So that's a band that I really like too. Go listen to their music, it's really good. I really like Girl in Red, Kleido, there's nothing coming to my mind. Willow. There are many incredible people and bands that I love. And oh, there's also the band that Finn is in, the Albrays. It's really good. They don't have many songs actually, but it's a really good band, like a really good. Parabéns, Evelyn Vitória Coelho Monteiro. Muito obrigada, meu amor. How does the copyright thing work? Great thing to ask. I don't even know that. Actually, to be honest with you, the only thing I can say for who's starting a channel, if you're new on YouTube or you're just not recognized as a YouTube creator yet, and your videos get copyrighted, your video will probably get deleted, and you can even lose your channel because of that. My sister lost her channel because of that, because of copyright. So a tip for you, try the audio as much as you can, like try to slow it down a little, reverb it, use covers, but try to change it as much as you can, because you might lose your channel. I'm being really like brutally honest with you right now. Who's your celebrity crush? Like, I have many girl crushes, but when it comes to men, I don't have no, I'm kidding. I have there's Harry Styles, probably like the number 1 on my list. I love Harry Styles. I think he's just so incredibly talented and gorgeous. Oh, my head is annoying me. And then after Harry Styles, I would say probably Kurt Cobain. I tend to feel attracted to people that are dead, but people that are alive. Harry Styles and then Kurt. That's so sad to say. Harry Styles and then probably, I'm forgetting about someone, Adam Sandler, which is kind of weird. Like, why do I have a crush on Adam Sandler? It's just so random, but I do. He's just so funny and talented and kind and funny. He's just so funny. That's just so attractive for me. Like, if you're funny, you're so attractive. Alison Gazer, do you have a boyfriend? Who's your favorite Stranger Things character besides you? How many more seasons of Stranger Things left? Do you speak French?
Je parle beaucoup de français. J'adore le français.
I don't speak French at all. And I don't have a boyfriend at the moment. I don't even think I have enough stamina for that right now. And I'm fine with that. And my favorite character from Stranger Things is Steve, like I said. And I really don't know how many seasons left. I really don't know. Like, I have no idea, but it's probably going to, like, season 5. Probably. But that's not a confirmation, okay? That's just me guessing, for God's sake. Quando você contou pros seus pais do canal, Ana Clara Junkers, você achava que algum dia iria ter mais de 100 mil inscritos? Ou seja, muitas pessoas vendo seu conteúdo. E eu tenho mais uma dúvida, brasileira ou americana? Não, me escolhe, por favor, nunca sou escolhida no teu canal, né? Seja um canal mais perfeito. Gata. Sua linda. Muito obrigada. Te escolhi. Você é escolhida. Então, eu sempre falei pra galera aqui de casa que eu tinha um canal de ter mais seguidores. Depois que eu tava, tipo, com uns 40 mil seguidores, eu tava... Mãe, tá ligado, né? Que eu posso ganhar dinheiro com o YouTube, né? Tá ligado, né? Que daqui a pouco eu vou bater 100 mil aí, hein, gata?
E daí me falava, não, com certeza, filha, agora vai lá tomar seu remedinho.
Meus avós, pra minha tia, sempre me falei, meus tios, minha tia, eu sempre falei pra eles, meu tio colocou muito potencial em mim. Tio, se você está vendo esse vídeo, um beijo pra você, porque você foi o primeiro que viu o potencial em mim. E eu realmente não achava que ia ter, quer dizer, eu achava lindo de pensar, só que, assim, era uma realidade muito distante pra mim, tipo, eu olhava longe. E eu falava, não, talvez um dia, eu não achei que fosse acontecer tão rápido. Não aconteceu tão rápido, mas pra mim, pensei que ia demorar bem mais, então... E eu não sei se caiu minha ficha, na verdade, pra mim, 100k. Tipo, eu não paro pra pensar que são 100 mil pessoas, tipo, 100 mil pessoas é muito. É claro que tem pessoas que têm milhões de seguidores, mas... Cara, se você parar pra pensar, 100 mil é muita gente. E eu acho que eu nem quero que caia minha ficha, porque eu tenho medo de subir pra minha cabeça, sei lá. Mas tô tranquila com isso e eu sou muito, muito grata. Então, é isso. Nossa, eu fico mó branca nessa luz. If you were an actor and you could choose one role from Stranger Things to play, who is the character that you would choose to play? Great question, Constantina Mast. I would probably choose, I feel like 11 because she's the most, like, she's not my favorite character, although I love her, but I think, like, it must be really nice to play her because she has many reactions, like, to stuff. Like, she's always screaming and crying, and it must be so challenging. Heather Brearthon. I am sorry if I spelled your name wrong. I'm a big fan of your movie. Well, thank you. But I don't actually have a movie. Eduarda Mello, como você faz pra editar assim? Você é muito criativa, mano. Eu fico abismada. São seus olhos, gatinha. Eduarda, para com isso, doida. Obrigada. Obrigada mesmo. Eu realmente não sei, tipo, eu não tenho, tipo, algo que eu planejo, tipo, eu preciso, eu não tenho um método, mas eu acho que eu me inspiro muito em coisas que eu já vivenciei, que eu já vi, que eu já assisti, que eu já li, que eu já ouvi, eu já tinha falado ouvir, né? Então, eu acho que isso me mantém muito inspirada e eu não sei, eu nasci com dom, né? Não, que horror falar assim. Não, que horror não, mas sei lá. Eu realmente não sei, eu acho que, não sei, quando eu sento em frente ao computador que eu paro e meio que saio naturalmente, mas eu não sei. Realmente não... Mas muito obrigada, significa muito pra mim. Tudo tô falando que significa muito pra mim, mas sei que significa mesmo, fica aqui, ó, no meu coraçãozinho. Quando você decidiu criar um canal e por quê? Por favor, manda salve, eu sou muito seu fã. Um salve, Laboratório Rankings, um beijo na tua boca. Cara, como eu falei, eu realmente não decidi criar um canal, meio que aconteceu. Tipo, eu criei, eu eventualmente postei um vídeo, tipo, em 2017, que tá arquivado, inclusive, que, se eu não me engano, era, tipo, sei lá, não sei, realmente não lembro. E eu sempre gostei muito de edição, então eu ficava meio que, sei lá, fazendo essas coisas, mas eu nunca pensei em postar, até que um dia eu postei, aí em 2018, eu falei, cara, acho que eu vou começar a postar isso no Stranger Things, que é uma série que eu gosto bastante. Aí eu comecei... E eu tinha, tipo, 16 seguidores. Eu tinha 16 seguidores, real. E pra mim tava ótimo, tipo, você tem 16 amigos. Então, e daí, eventualmente, em 2019, que bastante gente começou a assistir meu conteúdo. Mas, assim, antes disso, eu realmente postava super diversão. Não tive nenhum planejamento do que fazer com o meu canal. Isso realmente só aconteceu pra mim. I just realized that I should have filmed all of the video with this light. What's the dumbest thing you've done that actually turned out pretty well? Actually, everything I do, is there something that you regret doing? No, actually. I mean, I have some little regrets, but there's some things that I wish I hadn't done. But at the same time, I say that, like, everything I've been through and everything I've done makes me who I am today, and I love who I am today. So, I feel like I wouldn't change anything, because if I am who I am today, it's because of everything I went through. It's because of everything I said and did, somehow, kind of. And I really like who I am today. I'm happy with who I am. So if you could have a video of any event of your life, what event would it be? I've done some stuff that I would maybe, like, I don't know. I feel like probably, maybe like one of my firsts. Like the first time I was doing something for the first time. Because it's really great when you're doing things for the first time. It's just so interesting because you never know what you're actually doing. So you kind of just, then you look back and you're like, my god, I wish I had that on film. So I feel like that's it. Wait, the question is Brazil cool? What's your favorite thing about Brazil? I love Brazil. I'm so glad I was born in Brazil. I mean, okay, we have issues. We have some political issues mostly, but like the culture is just so incredible and I love it so much. Just like everybody is just so nice and fun, and it's just a great place to have a great time. If you're going to a country just like to have a good time, then come to Brazil. It's just a really good place. You know, it's incredible. It's like Brazilians, they are kind of weird, but they're just so hot and interesting and intense and fun and funny. If they're living their houses to go out to hang out, then it's going to be great. If they're living their houses, then they'll make it worth it, you know what I mean? And also what I love about Brazil is that I mean, things are quite expensive here, but you don't actually have to spend money to have a good time. Just like walking down the streets just really with your friends, just really nice. Maybe like sitting on the Mayfield, which is a word that I don't know how to translate, and then you just talk to your friends. Like there's, I live in São Paulo, which is this big city, and there's this avenue, which is Avenida Paulista, and in weekends they close the streets, so no cars, so there's like no cars, just people walking down the streets, and it's just so nice. You see people like playing, drawing, selling their arts, expressing themselves and having fun, and just walking with their friends, and just like there are many cool things to do there, and just by walking you feel this incredible energy. It's an incredible energy. I swear, it's really good. I love the culture of Brazil, and I'm really glad I was born here. And also parties here are really great. The food is amazing. The music, it's really good. Why did I do this? It's really good. But the parties are really incredible. Like, it's just so fun. It's just so fun. It's the best party. Thank you so much for watching my video. It's just, I'm really happy. I couldn't be more grateful. I'm really sorry if I spelled any word wrong. I'm not fluent in English, like I said. If you ever want to talk to me and be my friend, text me on Instagram. I might text you back. I'm a horrible person to text people back. I always forget, but I promise I'll try. So my mail is on the description of the video. I mean, I guess I might forget to put it, but I think I will. So I hope you all liked it. I loved filming this. I don't want to stop filming. I loved it. Sorry if the video was too long. I'm really sorry. I feel like I was going to say something else, but I forgot. I don't think it was actually. Never mind. I just realized that the whole video was looking at like the wrong place. I should be looking at here. I just can't say goodbye to you. Quer colocar isso nos bastidores?
Coloca. Minha bunda da minha irmã. Caso não me engane.
Aí depois viraliza 1 milhão de visualizações e é só a bunda aí. A gente podia fazer até um quadro secreto, tipo, de quem é essa pessoa falando. De quem é essa bunda?
Quem é essa bunda que tanto revolta?
De quem é?
Eu tô feia.
That's it.